I'm just so tired. I slept pretty well last night, but I just keep getting more and more exhausted. And, well, I woke up in the middle of the night last night and my friends were like going over my videos and saying how it's comedy gold and like different parts and whatever, like going over different parts of my videos and how like fucking funny it was and stuff. And it was like making us all laugh. And so I was up for a little bit last night because of that. And then finally everyone settled down and we all went back to sleep. I mean, if you're regretting your past life with me, the best thing you can do is take action in the present moment and buy me some goddamn fucking vapes. I got a Samu like, oh, I should have took her to Japan for a year and DJ'd in Japan and like, okay, so just buy me some vapes right now. Like, why are you like, how? Okay, so he's thinking of taking me to Japan right now. Why don't I just take her to Japan right now? Okay, probably can't do that because I'm not a freaking citizen anymore, but just saying, like, you could buy me some vapes. I don't think Brandon Lee is going to get mad at you for buying me some vapes, okay? But he might be mad at you trying to make me act like a normal person for another year. Just buy me some goddamn vapes. I am out of vapes. I don't know how many times I have to say it. This game is so stupid. I would take her to Japan and take care of her for a year. Oh my god. Do you see why I'm exhausted? This is my second cup of coffee. It's 1:30 and I'm probably gonna take a nap right after this. There's like so many like how the hell did these people decide to become like spiritual advisors or whatever? Like there's just like new ones every year that like blow up and like all they do is like talk drivel for like 40 minutes and like there's like so when I see a baby suffering or when I see a person suffering and it's just like oh my God, what do you even talk? They all talk about like all of these spiritual teachers, they all talk about the false matrix as if it's like the real deal Holyfield. And they're like, we got to change the laws and like, da da da, like how I was like 10 years ago or whatever, like, because that's when I was still a citizen. Anyway, that's like a whole other can of worms, but that's when I was still a citizen. That's when I was still a person. And I was allowed to be a person for a while. And there wasn't a peaceful transfer of power. And so I have to be God again. But I was allowed to be a person when I was held sweetly. Isn't that crazy? Okay. If you're like upset about how you treated me in a past life, freaking can you just buy me some fucking vapes? I should have a stockpile of vapes by now. This shit pisses me. I was thinking about this morning and I was thinking about how much this shit pisses me off because, like, I can just like wave my hand and like make something happen. But I can like literally that's how easy things are for me, okay? Human or God, whatever. Like my entire life it's been like that. And I should literally be able to just be like, Hayden Christensen, buy me a fucking ring and like come over my house and like take care of me. And it should happen. It shouldn't be like 9 months of like sitting here or whatever, 6 months or sitting here or whatever. I mean, I basically have been telling them to come over and help me since January, right? When I was still in Kenosha. Nobody fucking came over and helped me. So, like, this does not happen to me. This doesn't happen to me. And like, it was just this weird thing that started happening in like 2022 or something. It started happening in 2022 or 20, I think 2022. And then now it's like affecting now up to 2027. This shit does not happen to me. If I tell you to come the fuck over, you come the fuck over. Like, in my entire human life, it's always worked like that. It's about what I want, and I want vapes. They're like, Asamu wants you back, baby. First of all, I never dated Asamu, okay? Number one, freaking Planned Parenthood out there. I never dated Asamu. He was a friend of mine, okay? He wanted to date me. And he let Julian talk him out of it. Okay? That's what happened. So, yeah. I want to talk about the Citadel and the anyway, that's why it's like I've never been forced to talk before. I've never been forced to like it's crazy. I've never I've never been forced to do this before. I feel like ever in my video game. So it's really funny and like I've never been like received with such vitriol and hate and animosity and like even with the people that love me, they're like, we have to do something because we want to worship her, but we're not, we don't have like enough like courage to worship her. And it's like, what is even like, I don't even understand this at all. And I have to like listen to Link. Like I've been watching, I think it's Tears of the Kingdom. I've been watching playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom and talking to Link over walls because he exists in a higher dimension. And I have been listening to him to like keep myself sane because I'm just like I can't believe like what is up with humanity. And then like I'll like listen to like one of the gurus and then they'll talk to me and then they'll answer me. I'm like, okay, so I'm not in an echo because I'm like, am I in an echo program from the past? Because like they never seem to like move physically, but then I'll talk to like a random guru and she'll be like, no, I know she's God. And then she'll say something like personal, whatever, that's like, along those lines. And I'll be like, okay, I'm not in an echo program from the past. This person is actually like responding or whatever. She doesn't have to respond physically because there's nothing that I need from her physically. But like, so what the hell is going on with my actual friends and my actual family? It's just like makes no sense to me. You got River in the background. Of course they heard you, baby, because I hurt you. And I'm dead. And so Arendelle is now called Riverdel. I can't believe I have 2 cups of coffee. So this might be like the regular. Okay, so this might be like regular 3D Earth with the ring. This isn't Saturn, by the way. I hope you're smart enough to understand that this isn't Saturn, this is planet Earth. I have to make my coffee delicious and not disgusting because of some overlap between the 80s, the 90s, and the now and the future, which is like so weird. Um, so I've been putting vanilla extract and extra cream, extra sugar, and cinnamon to make my coffee like, because they're not like a coffee creamer family, even though I am a coffee creamer family. So I have to like make my own like coffee creamer with like, spices from the spice from the spice cabinet, the old fashioned way. Can you please feel sorry for me and like buy my goddamn vapes? How sad is that? I carry around my dead vape. Feel sorry for me. My energy is reminding me how powerful I am. My energy was doing that last night too, with keeping me up with the jokes or whatever. That's also a way of politely reminding me how powerful I am. Um, because it's also a legion of demons, baby. Believe it or not, my friends are a legion of demons. Okay. So I think this one, the 3D one, still with the ring around the earth, which is the unique recycling system. I think the earth is like the regular way up, like the poles, like Antarctica's on the bottom and the North Pole's on top. I think. You guys want to see a skirt I made out of a napkin? Making Barbie skirts over here. Okay. Um, and then okay, so then the 5D Earth is like upside down Earth. So this is Antarctica at the top, and then basically like that. Okay, so 5D Antarctica, it's a pole shift, like they always talk about. So Antarctica's at top, and then there's like Patagonia and upside down South America, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's how 5D is situated, and that's how 3D is situated. And so this is Antarctica. It's also known as the Arctic Circle. Why do you want me to call it the Arctic Circle? The Arctic Circle has no point right now. And then, so the wider part of Antarctica is called Riverdale now. It used to be called Arendelle, but now it's called Riverdale because I'm marrying River Phoenix. That's sort of how it works. And then the Citadel is in the middle. And the way I see it in my head is like Riverdale is like on the left and like the Citadel is on the right, but it might be in the middle. I'm not really sure, but I don't know, but I kind of see it like that. But then when I draw it like that. So that's also Fantasia. Fantasia! Or the Garden of Eden. Okay, it's all the same. It's basically all the same thing. Guess what? If you're talking about the Garden of Eden and you're not from there, that's illegal. But that's okay because my reptilians like to eat. So that's kind of how it works around these parts. Okay, so this is Riverdale, and then this is the Citadel. That's where I live, in the Citadel, but sometimes I go out into the Riverdale because that's where River Phoenix lives, my husband. I feel like River Phoenix would live in the castle with me, but maybe he lives in both. He's probably both Hayden and River. It's probably the same person. They switch back and forth. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the frequencies and stuff in the castle. I'm going to draw this. Okay, so okay. And then I'm drawing stick figures. Okay, so here's one. Here's one area of my inner chamber in the Citadel. This is like my bedroom, basically. Okay, so this is a room, and this is my bedroom in the Citadel. And so you can see it's me and Tim and Ezra. And then there's a room going back there, and that's where my space activator is. It's in this room. And there's also a room going this way, and then there's another room going that way. So that's my inner chamber, my bedroom in the Citadel. Okay, here's my throne room in the Citadel, and this is a window to Riverdale where we can see out. And then this is my throne, and that's me sitting on the throne. And it's like a metal, not metal, sorry. It's like a marble. It's like a marble throne. And this whole room is filled with technology and frequencies that basically only the inner court can handle. Same, um, same with the bedroom and the space activator room. But this is the throne room, so it's a little bit different. So the frequencies are accumulated and enriching the throne and all over this room. And there's like a couch. I didn't draw the couch, but okay. There's like a tufted couch over here by the window, and then I'm on my throne, and the technology and the frequencies are going off. Here's an intruder that found out about um, my home and decided to try to visit it, even though they don't live there. You can only visit here if you live here, and if you visit here and you don't live here, the frequencies and the technology will take over your suit. And that's what happened to this intruder right here. And again, this is Tim and Ezra. So you can see it's in uh, the inner sanctuaries. It's always Tim and Ezra. Okay, so the intruder is then being confronted by me on my throne as the technologies take over her suit and her teeth decay, and she's going to cut her teeth and she's going to become a reptilian whether she likes it or not, and that's going to affect the entire tribe, and that's fine by me because I enjoy being a reptilian. So, oh, sorry, I just hit my trash can. So that's the Citadel. Those are two activated rooms in the Citadel that your activations as human mortals come from. So when you're talking about activations as a mortal, you're actually talking about activations that come directly from God, me, Alyssa Janello, and the frequencies. This is another room in Antarctica, my bedroom here in Burlington, New Jersey, and this has the Antarctica Citadel technology within this room itself, and it's completely protected by frequencies as well. And intruders are not allowed into this room, and if they do happen to breach protocol and breach the walls, they get hit with the technologies immediately, mainly centrifugal force, which creates a very vertigo-like sensation within the body, a very dizzying sensation, and it can cause interior cavities to break open within the body and the suit to decay at a rapid pace or speed. Again, that's if you're caught trespassing in this inner sanctuary of the Citadel, which again, only Tim and Ezra are allowed in this inner sanctuary, and they're actually only allowed in body. Tim tried to cuddle me the other day in spirit, and he immediately got abducted. So, of course, there are a few other people, exceptions to the rule, that are allowed into this inner sanctum, and you are allowed into this inner sanctum by invitation. So there's nothing to worry about if I invite you into this room to look at the spaceships outside or something like that. That's obviously an invitation, and that's obviously controlled by me, the one particle, aka God, aka Alyssa. So there's nothing to worry about there. Again, please feel sorry for me as I suck on an empty vape, okay? So I think that was a straightforward talk about the Citadel and about Riverdale and about how it all works. And I don't think there's like, so when I see a suffering child or when I see a suffering person, when I see a suffering Sims character, and then I don't even know how they yada 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 on and on about it for 40 minutes, and people are like, this talk came at the exact right time. I guess because like they're just so entrenched in like the fake. I mean, they literally talk about like changing laws and stuff as if they don't know that this thing is entirely space controlled. Like, it kind of boggles my mind to think that humans need human rights when, if they're the one, they know they're Alyssa, and if they're not the one, they know that they're absolutely batshit crazy when Alyssa goes to the void. So, like, either way, why would you need human rights? I don't know. Doesn't really ring a bell or make sense. Did I talk about the non existence? Just call on a legion of demons, like as much as you can. I'm calling on those legions of demons. Please fill in quickly, legion of demons, because I really am trying to help the non-existents out that like just are just struggling to get it, like just struggling to get that you literally cannot argue with mom. You cannot go against mom's wishes. So I'm like actively like saying, please, Army of Darkness, please fill in, please fill in, please fill in, like as quickly as possible, because they're just not getting it. Like they think that like I'm allowed to have like an empty vape when I'm literally not, and it's just bizarre. Obviously, I'm not allowed to be bullied by capitalism. I'm not allowed to be bullied by my friends and family making mistakes, the same mistakes over and over and over again. That's called malignant narcissist. That's called oh god, I can't think of the right terminology. It's called repetitious, basically, which is continuous abuse, and that's obviously illegal. So you can't keep making the same mistakes. Obviously, it is causing me to want to leave through the back door and not come back and help humanity. And that's obviously why I'm posting these videos, because they are the real Bible to help you if and when I do leave. And some people are, just gonna want to actually start listening and getting out of the 3D fake matrix. And so that is why I'm doing this, and I'm talking about the real stuff that's real. What else? Oh, okay, maybe I don't have to draw this one, but there's so this is the Citadel. These two images are of the Citadel, of my inner sanctums. That's the space activator that I always talk about. And then there's Riverdale. Riverdale is the city that lies outside of the Citadel that I do visit frequently. And there's lots of restaurants and shops, and it's where all of the sparkly reptilians live. That means they're both reptilian and Pleiadians, and that's sort of just what they are. There's not Lyrans there, okay? There's no Lyrans in that city. It's all Pleiadian reptilian hybrids, okay? There's your word. There's your natural word, Ryan. They're hybrids, okay? Because we're both. We shift back and forth between Pleiadian and reptilian because we get it in the city that we are both, and that we are eating energy from our own body. And that's how we advance into Antarctica in a natural way, not a profundantly way. And so, and it's natural for Melina to take her throne, and we're not scared of her there. But we are sometimes scared of the frequencies, which she also said. She also told you. She also gets scared of her frequencies once in a while. Okay? That's Tim and Ezra. Um, so in Riverdale, um, yes, it's Timothy Chalamet and Ezra Miller. Okay, known as Tim and Ezra to me. Um, in Riverdale, it's also the Garden of Eden. It's the way that the natural order of things works. That we eat energy from our own body. Again, if you're talking about Eden and you're not talking about me on your podcast, you are remote viewing, and that's illegal. And you're not from Antarctica. So we eat energy from the lower 5D, 4D, and 3D in Antarctica City. And it tastes so good that it tastes almost orgasmic. It tastes like as good as it tastes better than like a human orgasm. It that the food tastes that good there, and then kissing has the same feeling. Kissing, eating, and also slip and slide is a normal occurrence that happens in Antarctica City to help free the slaves. And it also has a natural, blissful feeling. And we have accepted that death is not a big deal in Antarctica City. And we've accepted the unique recycling system. And of course, she does. They said even our mom slips through the cracks sometimes. And of course, she does slip through the cracks sometimes. And I just showed you exactly what happened. And that's the place that we're trying to get humanity to, but they keep fighting us tooth and nail on every single little thing. Like, oh my God, this little child died. And you have to understand that death is just not a big deal. And that's why she keeps harping on you guys that it's literally a video game. And how big a deal is death in a video game? It's like not that big of a deal. And that's how big of a deal it is. And that's how much we get it in Antarctica City. And I obviously get it, and I'm saying that I have people that get it as well, and it feels just as it feels orgasmic. So there's like, what's the problem, you know? So they want me to talk about flat Earth. Didn't I talk about that? How basically like every place is like Antarctica City right now, and that's why they're on the periphery from the flat Earth, where Antarctica City is on the periphery. They're looking in, patrolling like normal 3D Earth. Didn't I say that already? So I don't know what else you want me to add to that. Everything is an illusion, you know, especially if you guys don't want to come forward and play with me. And that's how it feels right now. I already like said that. I was like, this is just, that doesn't happen to me, where like people don't come forward and don't want to play with me. And it's obviously really making Brandon Lee extremely angry, and it's making me very sad. And it just doesn't happen. It just does not happen. And it's just weird that like people know the truth. Like, it's not an echo program. People know the truth and they're still not coming forward. Like, it makes no sense to me.